The sun hangs low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over the vast expanses of Dale Hollow Lake. The Turner family embarks on a much-awaited vacation aboard their rented houseboat from Sunset Marina. It is a time to escape the pressures of everyday life and reconnect with each other, surrounded by the soothing ripples of the open waters. David Turner, the father, skillfully steers the houseboat across the lake's surface. His wife, Emily, stands by his side, a content smile playing on her lips. Their 3 children, Emma, the oldest at 18, Jack, a playful 15-year-old boy, and Lily, the adventurous 10-year-old girl, peer over the railing, their excitement palpable as they cruise down the lake with the wind in their hair. After a short while on the water, with the children's patience growing shorter, David guides the houseboat to a stop near a peninsula so that the children can take a short swim, while he and Emily prepare a sandwich and chip lunch for all. Splashes and laughter can be heard crossing the lake, as Emma, Jack, and Lily jump in the water to cool off and begin their much-awaited vacation in the water. Jack and Lily are wearing life jackets for their safety, while Emma feels she does not need one since they are swimming close to shore, and she is a great swimmer. While Jack and Lily splash each other, Emma takes a slow swim along the shoreline on her back as she takes long, slow strokes while looking up at the beautiful blue sky. Suddenly, Emma feels something touching her foot, sending shock waves all over her body. As she begins to doggy paddle and look around in fright, Jack pops up out of the water laughing at his older sister. Emma, relieved, tells Jack, "I should kill you, you little brat." Lily, floating off in the distance, giggles at both of her older siblings. About that time, Emily yells for the children to come eat lunch. As they swim back, Emma tries dunking Jack while he hangs onto his life jacket, which he had taken off to scare his sister. After lunch, the family heads back out on the open water to enjoy a beautiful afternoon on the lake. After hours of cruising, the family decides to dock at a quaint little marina called Eastport Dock to stock up on their supplies. As they pull into the small marina, an old man emerges from a nearby fuel station. He is hunched and wrinkled, with a kindly glint in his eye. He begins to fuel the houseboat, engaging in friendly conversation with the Turners. "Where are you folks from?" he inquires, wiping his hands on a rag. "We're from Nashville," David replies, his voice carrying the fatigue of the journey. The old man nods knowingly. "City folk, huh? Well, you'll be in for quite the experience on these waters." As he works, Emily and the kids strike up a conversation with him. As they talk, they learn that he has spent his entire life in this area, a witness to the lake's changing seasons and moods. With a glint of seriousness, the old man leans in and looks at David and Emma. "You too. Remember this. Stay away from Rennie Cove. A cove in the area, unknown to unfamiliar travelers, and not listed on any map." Curiosity piques. Emma and her father exchange a perplexed glance. "Why is that?" David asks. A somber look crosses the old man's face. "Rennie Cove is haunted, you see. Spirits of those who've perished in these waters over the years, they say. People who swim there talk about feeling like they're being dragged under, even when no one's around." David chuckles, not sure if he believes the old man's tales. "Haunted? Come on now. Surely you don't really believe that." David reaches into his pocket and pulls out a map of the lake. As he scans the area on the map, he cannot see Rennie Cove. He asks the old man, "Where is it? I don't see it on the map." The old man replies, "You are better off not knowing where it is. It would be best to leave it alone, mister." The old man's gaze remains steady. "City folk often underestimate the power of these waters and the stories they hold." As he continues to stare for a moment, he adds, "Just remember what I said." With that, the old man finishes fueling the boat and bids the family farewell. As they pull away from the marina, Emma and David exchange another look, wondering about the old man's warnings. Days turn into nights. The family enjoys the life of tranquility of the lake. They often pull over to swim more, fish at times, and share stories around a crackling bonfire on the deck at night. Rennie Cove remains at the back of their minds, a tale that seems both intriguing and far-fetched. Emma cannot get the story of Rennie Cove out of her mind, as she has a fascination with scary movies and paranormal stories. One fateful afternoon, with the lake's surface shimmering under the sun's rays, the Turners see another houseboat coming their way. As they get closer, David waves at the family on board the boat. As they pass, Emma yells, "Where is Rennie Cove?" Emily shouts to Emma, "Stop it, Emma, you are embarrassing us." The man driving the other houseboat shouts, "Are you sure you want to know?" David smiles and says, "Sure. Where is it?" The man shouts back, "Second cove on the left. About 1.5 miles. You can't miss it. There is a big oak tree hanging over the water with a rope. Might want to be careful though. I hear bad things happen there." "Thank you," Emma yells with a smile, as the families wave at each other and continue on their own ways. After a short while, the Turner houseboat gets closer to Rennie Cove. Emma's mind is churning with excitement. David looks at the cove with concern, as old stumps can be seen coming out of the water, making it difficult to get the houseboat into the cove. David tosses the anchor out away from the cove to let the children take a refreshing dip in the deeper waters. David tells the children, "Stay out here in the deeper waters. There are too many stumps in the cove. And Emma, you need to wear a life jacket because it's deep water here." With a grin and a wink, David adds, "It might be haunted too." "Aw, Dad," Emma says in disappointment as she and her siblings put on their jackets and jump off the boat. Laughing and splashing, Emma and her siblings swim a little closer to Rennie Cove, the sun glinting off the water's surface like diamonds. As they tread water, they exchange amusing glances, recalling the old man's ghostly tales. Lily then says, "Stop it, you two, it scares me. What if it's true?" Jack and Emma laugh at Lily and say, "It's just a story, sis." Amidst their merriment, Jack and Emma see their parents are on the other side of the houseboat, out of eyesight. Jack dares Emma to swim into Rennie Cove, challenging the ominous legend. Grinning and looking back at the houseboat, to make sure the parents aren't looking, Emma, going against her father's request, takes her life jacket off and hands it to Jack and says, "Hold this," as she accepts the challenge, eager to prove the old man wrong. She swims confidently, like an Olympic swimmer, her strokes strong and determined, her laughter echoing across the water with each stroke. Her parents, oblivious to what Emma is doing, laugh while tanning and enjoying a cocktail on the boat. As Emma reaches the cove's center, she treads water looking around, then back at Jack and Lily, waving. "See? Nothing here." After a brief moment, her laughter suddenly ceases as her eyes open wide. Panic grips her heart as she feels an icy grip around her ankles. She struggles briefly, but then she is pulled under. Jack and Lily look on in horror, wondering what is happening to their sister. Frantic, Emma tries to swim to the surface, which is just out of reach, but an unseen force is tugging her farther down into the deep water. Her lungs burn as she tries holding her breath. After a minute, it is too much. Emma cannot hold her breath any longer. She reflectively takes a fatal breath. With her lungs now full of water, darkness closes in around her. Jack and Lily start screaming as they begin to swim back to the boat. David and Emily hear the children's screams and immediately come around the houseboat to see what is happening. Jack and Emily point to where Emma went down as they cry hysterically and reach for the ladder. Without hesitation, David jumps in and begins to swim towards the area where Jack and Emily pointed. His fatherly instincts overpower his disbelief in the story as he swims frantically. When he reaches the spot where Emma vanished, there is no sign of her. David continues treading water, looking around, diving under and coming back up several times, without Emma. After what seems like an eternity looking for his daughter, David has no other option but to swim back to the houseboat and call for help. "Call 911!" David yells to Emily as he swims back. "I can't find her." With tears in his eyes, David climbs back onto the boat to wait on the rescue team to arrive. As they wait on the boat, the water remains eerily still. The cove is dead silent as they continue to scour the lake for Emma. Once the local rescue team arrives, they search for hours, tirelessly, but their desperation grows with each passing moment. Rennie Cove is holding its secrets tightly, refusing to yield Emma's fate. The lake's surface remains calm, other than an occasional ripple of a diver entering and coming out of the water. Rescue members can be heard talking among themselves on the shoreline. Turmoil rages within the family's hearts, fearing they have lost Emma. As the search team calls the search off due to darkness, the family reluctantly leaves without Emma as they head back to Sunset Marina. The following morning, the search continues. However, Emma is never found. The memory of Emma's laughter haunts the family, a poignant reminder of their time together. David cannot keep from holding a deep regret, testing fate. The old man's words continue to echo in his mind as the days, weeks, and months pass. It's been several years now since Emma's disappearance. The lake's waters hold a sense of melancholy, a reminder of a daughter and sister who vanished without a trace. Rennie Cove remains unchanged, its secrets buried beneath the waves, a testament to the mysteries that dwell within the depths of the human heart and the vast expanse of the open waters. The story of Emma will forever be etched into the legend of Rennie Cove. Thanks for listening to Rennie Cove, a story created by the Cursed Echoes channel. If you like stories like this, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also ring the bell so you can be notified of new stories.